record. Thanks, Irene.
Just winging it.
Thanks, Irene.
Of course, he's just winging it.
He just needed the subject matter, and that's all he needed.
That's all right.
Talk about. But he just goes back in the glossary in his brain. He's like, "Boom, got it."
I got a damn list, man. I got a
doozy. What?
pretty extensive list here.
I got 12.
Some of them I have like the actual incidents why I think that they are tool bags, but some of them I just know it from the name. I'm sure Bill will be able to expound on that. So that's why we have him here.
1968, June 1st, about 3:45. This guy did this. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
I don't remember dates. I just remember significant sports on days that happened.
Yeah, that's right. My favorite aunt died the day that Dion Lewis got 1,000 yards. Speaking of that, we have not touched on your Memorial Day weekend here, Bill. This is a little bit of we're recording on Memorial Day, so first of all, thank you for
thanks, Bill.
Service and
it's
veterans.
It's been a shitty weekend. It's been raining. It's just been.
I was trying to do something actual thoughtful for the veterans on Memorial Day.
I thought you were just.
I was just thinking Bill for doing this on a holiday. That's what I was thinking of.
I was going to get there. I was going to say thank you for taking your time out of this weekend, Bill. Generally, you have these days off. I'm assuming that you are recovering from some kind of 3-day bender.
Yeah, give or take.
From the text chain, it didn't seem like it was as belligerent as ones in the past, but it might. Did that the rain had something to do with that? They really knocked you down.
Yeah, it was the weather. You know, Saturday was supposed to be from noontime on, but we got there. We had to wait out the rain for the barbecue and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty rough shape watching that Bruins game. That's for sure.
Yeah, we could tell you were a little delayed in all your responses back.
Oh, I was streaming it too.
Craig
so
Smith is out.
Oh.
He didn't want to give us that information.
No, he did not.
But I also wasn't playing with my phone. I was really drunk.
That text was great.
You can tell because one time you texted us, I'm like, what?
Craig Smith is out. That's not good. 5 minutes later, Craig Smith out for the game. Thanks, Bill.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Anyway, you weren't a tool bag, so that's good. Beautiful segue. Rich, welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show, Sunday Social Hour. Biggest tool bags in sports history. Let's go big. Why not? Welcome to the show. Sunday Social Hours are brought to you by our friend, dear friend, and longtime listener, soon-to-be recurring guest, Dr. Tom, out of Back to Basics CBD, the natural healer of all aches, pains, discomfort, sleeping,
anxiety.
I rub it on my heels, on my feet, and I have the best sleep on the night. Bill is our resident drug guy, and although CBD does not fall into the category of Bill's, ski trips, he does enjoy his CBD on his shitty little bad wing. So, Bill, give us your, and you have, Dr. Tom was nice enough to send you some free samples, which, by the way, you get a free sample of Back to Basics CBD products with any order ever. So, and it's all free shipping. So Back to Basics, Bill, just give us your firsthand experience.
Yeah, I had the topical roll on, CBD stuff. I think it was like 300 milligrams. Worked for me for a little while. I used it for about 6 months, I think, off and on. It was good. I enjoyed it, which I'm not a huge fan of CBD, but it seemed like this one has worked. I've tried a bunch of different ones, chronic shoulder pain, so I just need something, and that seemed to do the trick for me. There
you go. Heard it from the horse's mouth, as they say. We all know, Bill's just a weed guy, so he does the CBD and packs on, a joint or a bowl. Are you a joint or bowl guy, Bill? You don't answer that. CBD Back to Basics. It's spelled BAK, the number 2, Basics LLC.com. Back to Basics LLC.com. Go get yourself a free sample with any order now, and it's all free shipping. Best CBD in New England. Dr. Tom, Back to Basics.
Dr. Tom.
So we're going to talk the biggest tool bags in sports. We've already kind of really done one of these stuff. We did the biggest villains and douchebags. We've kind of.
I think that was Boston sports, though, right?
Yeah, laid a lot of hate on it. Look, this came up because Kyrie Irving stomped on the logo, which apparently Bill thinks is cool. But
I loved when T.O. did it for this one of the Cowboys too. I just thought it was fun. I just think it's kind of cool. Stop him. That's all I'm saying. You just stop him.
I think T.O. was stopped. He did it before the game.
No, he did it twice in the game after two
Scored
touchdowns.
Didn't he do
Rod,
it?
Rod
he did it at
Strickland?
halftime.
Was it
He ran
Rod
the
Strickland or
fucking-
something? Or Rod
Oh, he did.
Woodson?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He did it like he scored a touchdown and sprinted from the end zone to midfield, did it, and then did it again and got fucking murked on the way down the field.
Yeah, I don't mind the move. It's a cocky move, and I like cocky moves. But in terms of like Kyrie Irving doing it against our team, the Boston Celtics, and it being Kyrie Irving, it just was real aggravating. And if you're a fan of the Celtics or if you're a player of the Celtics, you got to respond to that type of thing.
Yeah.
You can't just let them fucking shit all over you.
Nope.
The Cowboys did it. They tackled them in the middle of the field
Yep.
for doing it. So that's what I fully expect. But that's what brought on this subject of biggest tool bags in sports history. We'll do it. Ray, you're generally in charge of the social hours.
Got it.
Go. You got your pencil there and
Crayon. I got my crayon and my paper.
got your crayon ledger, and you just like to do a little roundtable discussion.
And then we'll rank them. Yeah.
Mark down some of the big ones. Try and get a ranking at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start. Kyrie fucking Irving. Kyrie
Okay.
goddamn Irving. Now I know this is recency bias here with everything that's going on, but this is dating back, I guess, the Celtics. But even when he was with the Cavs, he started to kind of mouth off about LeBron and wanting to get the same treatment as LeBron James as a 19-year-old kid or whatever he was. And do we have to go through the litany of stupid, ridiculous shit that he has said?
Thanksgiving's not a holiday. The world's flat.
He said, "Fuck
What's government?"
fuck Thanksgiving."
You said fuck Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He also, people don't give him enough credit for this. I forget where they were, but he said to a fan, "Suck my dick." So that's some
Wasn't
pretty
it in New
positive
York?
talk.
I thought it was Madison Square Garden. I don't know.
It could have been anywhere. But the idea of it coming from a guy who plays himself off as, a philanthropist of the world and wanting to do better for others. And basketball is not the biggest thing right now. I'm too, upset about the Israeli-Palestine stuff going on. Just the most insufferable, egotistical, full of himself, smartest guy in the room, douchebag fraud. I don't know if we've seen anybody like this in sports from like a media standpoint, like just the way he talks.
I think I might have one for you.
You have one? All right. Anything else to add on Kyrie? He's at the top of my list and will be for a long time. But go ahead, Ray.
No, it's that Dookie mentality too. He has that. He went to Duke. He has that Dookie mentality that you just, I'm better than everyone else, and that's how he came into the league. He was the first overall pick, and he's just a cunt. He's just a cunt.
God, this fucking guy. You make $35 million a year. You think you have an idea of what, like, you can comprehend the people of Palestine? You don't have a fucking clue, dude. Shut up, Kyrie. Jesus Christ. And then he tries to be above everybody and everything, and then he goes and stomps on a logo and tells people to suck his dick in the crowd and fuck Thanksgiving. The guy's an absolute fraud. He's
How's he not Bill's favorite
worst.
player? How is he not your
He's a
favorite?
cunt. He's a cunt.
That's your saying, Bill. Suck my dick. Maybe because he didn't put bitch tits at the end of it.
Bitch, that's just a.
That's icing on the cake. That's what he did. If you don't mind, I'll go. And this guy didn't really get his douchiness until a certain another guy came into his life.
Oh, sorry. Question answered.
Oh, what?
Only just now.
Bill just,
sorry.
Bill just sparked up and answered my earlier question. And sorry, go ahead, Ray.
Yeah. So this guy didn't really start this until he got another guy into his life, a trainer, if you will. This is gonna piss a lot of New England off, but Tom fucking Brady is the biggest.
Ooh,
Ever since he got Alex Guerrero making $200 cookbooks, eating avocado ice cream.
What year did he get Guerrero?
Probably 2014, I think, or 13.
it was like
2005.
2005, perfect. So that's when he started becoming a douchebag. Maybe Giselle. Let's put Giselle into the mix too. When he married that fucking horse-faced bitch, you might have to beep that, but I don't care because whatever. But
No, you don't. Horse-faced bitch is an acceptable insult.
she made him leave New England. She told him.
Didn't they get
She
married
fed
in
him.
05 too? Didn't all that happen? at the
No,
same
it was
time?
like
No.
09.
11.
He got married in
Whatever.
09. Tara.
It was older than you think. He dealt with the stuff, and he gradually became a tool bag.
Yeah.
I say he was in the last tool bag the last like 5 or 6 years. I wouldn't go back as.
That's
till
why I said
Guerrero.
15. That's why I said 15. But but when he was pushing Guerrero to be on the plane rides and on the sideline and all that shit, when he needed his little trainer there,
Butt buddy.
yeah, and then Giselle pretty much saying, Johnny Foxborough, you're not Johnny Foxborough, you're the Tom Brady, you're the greatest quarterback of all time, and how she made him pretty much leave New England to go to Tampa Bay, and he's just an insufferable cunt. I think he's up there with Kyrie Irving. He didn't stop on any logos, but he hurt my feelings.
He's not up there with Kyrie Irving. This is a personal vendetta against you. He has turned into a tool bag the way that he handles the media in his company and everything like that. The difference between Tom Brady and Kyrie Irving is I think Tom Brady knows what he's talking about, even if he delivers it like a jerk. Kyrie Irving is a fucking idiot. He's a fraud idiot. Like, not only does he speak above, like he's above people, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He thinks the earth is flat. Enough said. Tom Brady, he's changed a lot of people's lives with his TB12 method. You want to believe it or not?
Yeah, rich people, not the poor people.
I don't.
As much as I hate Tom Brady, but I can't put him on our list of biggest tool bags in sports.
What?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? Rich, you're the deciding factor.
Tom Brady has become a tool bag. Yeah.
Thank you.
He's become a tool bag, but I don't think he's going to be.
No, he doesn't top my list.
No, he's not the top, but I'm just saying he's on my list.
Classic fucking Ray. The
God
obvious
damn it!
one.
I knew it. Sunday social.
Obvious one. I start with
one
Kyrie
fucking
Irving,
and you go Tom
give me
Brady?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I was trying to be kind to you because it's Monday and Memorial Day. It's 2:00. We haven't had a lot of drinks, and I have
HR hasn't talked to you yet either. I know.
You know what? Fuck you, Ray. What a stupid goddamn pick. The obvious one. Tom
Jesus.
Brady. Listen to the rest of this goddamn list, and you put Tom Brady as the second guy named after Kyrie Irving. Unbelievable.
I was trying to be nice.
Fucking
to you,
obvious
but
one.
Jesus.
You weren't being nice. You're never nice.
He's just Bill's just.
All right, let's hear your pick, Bill.
Ray Lewis.
He's on my list
Nice.
too. Nice pick.
I mean, the double murder.
Allegedly.
Nope, he's the only one that got charged in a crime with that because the other two guys got off after he testified against them. That little piece of shit. Anyways, the dancing on the field, the deer antler spray later on. The preaching to God and all then he's got like
how dare you preach to God
with 12 kids with like 13 women and all this other shit. It's just a bunch of fucking I just can't with Ray Lewis. I just think he's the most fakest piece of shit tool bag human being on the face of this planet.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of that fraudness come around with tool bags, which
He's such a fraud.
Which is why Tom Brady gets on it because I think he's being a little bit fraudy in this stuff. But he's kind of just Brady's just kind of turned into a dick, like an elitist dick. And I don't know if that makes him a tool bag too, but Ray Lewis is an excellent one. He's an absolute fraud.
Damn,
Was he
on my
fired
list.
from ESPN? I haven't seen him on ESPN
he's
in
on-
a long
I
time.
think he was with the
he's on-
COVID. I think he got let go from the COVID because
He's been on the CB. No, what's that? Showtime Inside the NFL. He's on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go
He's got the clicker. Brady's just clicking. He's just clicking. You ever see that video?
I liked how they used to bring out fake turf so he could eat it when he came out to do his dance. Like, that's how you know you're a douchebag when you need props to come out in fucking NFL. This isn't WWE, bro. This is the NFL.
What a fucking dick.
God, I hate.
I have a list here, and I don't have them ranked.
Neither did I. I just went from the start, from the top. That's
Clearly the obvious one. Let me go with this
You
one.
started from the top. And
Shut up,
Brady
Bill!
was the top.
Jesus Christ!
Let me give you this one, which is a little bit wide ranging, but I can give you some specifics with it. Duke basketball players: JJ Redick, Grayson Allen, Greg Paulus. Remember that fucking guy? Oh, what a hateable, punchable face. Yeah, anybody?
Shane Battier.
No, Greg.
You didn't like Shane You like Shane Battier?
Because he wasn't a cunt.
Oh, he was a tool when he was at Duke.
He was not a Grayson Allen tool.
Oh, no.
No.
Touche.
In order to make this list from Duke, you have to be a white guard that played for Duke and were cunty on the court. You don't remember Greg Paulus?
I do.
Ray, do you remember Greg Paulus?
I remember
He was like kind of the original white cunt.
No, who was that?
Great white cunt.
Wojciechowski. Remember that kid, the point guard that played for there? Now he's like a bench coach over there. That kid was a fucking cunt when he played for Duke.
I don't deep dive in Duke players.
Anyway, any list that involves tool bags needs to involve a list of Duke players. Obviously, the Duke lacrosse players who got off on that. That was fake, by the way. Not a lot reported on that. But Duke basketball, assholes. All of them.
Gotcha.
Duke lacrosse are probably assholes too. But the basketball players.
Yeah, they raped girls. Of course they're fucking...
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, that was dropped. You have to report the facts. Those allegations were dropped and proven incorrect. I don't know what happened to get that dropped, but
money.
That's where the case ended. So you
rich white kids play. I mean, only rich white kids play lacrosse.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Like that's what kind of
Chris Hogan, rich white kid.
Well, and Native Americans. It's a Native American game. Ray, I think you're up.
May I redeem myself? Yes.
No.
Okay.
Try, man.
Live Strong, Lance Armstrong. Is that a redeemable one?
He's a tool bag. Yeah.
He won so many Tour de France's. He always said, "Oh, I never did any of that. I never took steroids. Never blood doped." Yep, he lied. He lied, and he put all his money to the cancer research because of the Live Strong bracelets that everyone and their mother had. And then comes out and says, "Yes, I did cheat all along." And that's a big tool bag, if you ask me. Clearing, saying vehemently that you did not cheat. You've been all natural. You never cheated to win these Tour de France's, and yet you did.
He also played the victim card for a really long time.
Yes.
He played the victim card for a really long time. I think he's kind of backed off of that and become a little bit self-aware. As more recently, he's done, how many fucking documentaries has this guy done on
30
himself?
30, yeah.
And
that one made me fall asleep.
What movie was it? It was in Dodgeball, where he was kind of making fun of himself. So yeah. I think he doesn't. He
doesn't quite make he doesn't quite make it. I mean, because the biggest thing, yeah, he might have doped, but it led to a shit ton of cancer research funded with the Live Strong thing, like you said. I mean, that can't be discredited. I don't know. I just don't. I didn't even have him on my list. Granted, I don't have a list. I'm kind of just throwing names out there, but I did not think of him.
He's up there the way he carried himself at first with the doping allegations. And Ray, you're right. The way he carried himself at first when those allegations first came out, he was a cocky asshole and he got burnt. And then I think he's turned it around a little bit. But yeah, he can land on the list of tool bags. What do you got there? What do you got there, big brain?
Ooh, Latrell Sprewell going to basketball. I mean, come on. He choked his coach in Golden State. He's turned down a 3-year, $27 million contract because I quote, "I have to feed my family," and then 2 years later he is completely broke. I just that's what I got. He's just completely not a tool bag.
Yeah, that's tool bag moves. Those are definitely tool bag moves. And he was just a prick. Never redeemed himself either. I think he's been a prick for the rest of his life. Speaking of pricks for the rest of their life, John Rocker. Racist, racist blowhard rocker.
Well done.
Yeah, what a fucking tool bag! Like the epitome of kind of meathead tool bag.
Oh, what did he say on the subway? Didn't he call like an Asian American like?
Oh no, it got worse than it was at the interview. You talking about the interview that he gave?
I thought he did something on the subway, like he had like a racist rant on a subway or something going.
I don't.
He might have, but I mean, I don't know. The racist rant he had was to a reporter about riding in the 6th into Queens or whatever it was, and he raised go back and look at it. We can't repeat it.
Yeah, Bill, we already met our quota for beeps on the show.
We already hit the beeps on a horse-faced bitch. So
is that a beep?
So yeah, we can't talk about what the actual language John Rocker used, but that guy sucked. He was like I always compared John Papelbon when he kind of went crazy to like John Rocker light, because he was an absolute maniac, punched Bryce Harper in the face. And then you go back and look at John Rocker and it's like, nope, John Papelbon, you can play for me any day compared to that fucking nutcase.
The problem was too, like his early years with the Braves, he was so good.
He was so
fucking good in those like mid '90s Braves.
And he was a maniac. That was the thing. Like he was humming the ball. He'd come out like
99, 100.
Yeah, he had a famous. People knew his song. I forget what it was now, but he was just going absolute nuts, sprinting out of left field there, right field, and yeah.
He had the look of death too when he like stared down to the catcher.
Absolute nuts. So, how many ski trips do you think he went on per game?
Quite a few.
Ray, you got another one? I got a fucking list if you want to keep going. I got a list.
I got a list. Bright future, probably could have been in the top 10 tight end of all time, but instead he wanted to do thug life. Aaron Hernandez.
How is Aaron Hernandez a tool bag? He's just a murderer. He's
That's a tool bag.
Murderer.
How is that?
He's not a tool.
Yes, he is.
You very
Oh
much
my
surpass the definition of tool
Oh
bag.
my
How
God.
is that not being a tool bag?
Convicted for a double murder?
When you're fucking thinking your thug life and you grew up in Connecticut and you think you're part of the fucking
You
gang,
grew up in
two
fucking
guys.
Bristol, Connecticut. It's not the easiest place to grow up.
ESPN's there.
He
Fuck
is
you guys.
thug life. He
No, he's not.
murdered
Nope.
several people.
Because he's a tool bag.
Oh God, I can't.
He fucking shot his buddy in the eye because he was looking at him the wrong way.
No, he shot him because he knew he shot 2 other guys. That's why he fucking shot him.
That's a lunatic. That's a psychotic
That's a tool bag.
lunatic.
Psychotic tool bag. He's on my list. He's on my fucking list.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't like how Rich is giving you bad influence, Bill. You liked that at first, and then Rich gave us 2 cents, and you didn't like it afterwards.
I didn't know why you were going with Aaron Hernandez.
He's a tool bag. If Ray Lewis is a tool bag for fucking being a part of a double murder, why can't Aaron Hernandez?
Ray Lewis is a tool bag for being a lot more than just a double murderer, allegedly.
So is an Aaron Hernandez.
Like what? Like what?
His only reputation
Exactly.
is shooting
He can't.
people.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's his only reputation. Like you go talk to like the guys in that locker room too. Like that guy was fucking whacked, man. Like
Yeah,
all
and
said it.
he threatened. He wanted to beat the shit out of Wes Welker the first day he met him because he walked by the video room and Welker said something to him, and Hernandez wanted to beat the shit out of him for no apparent reason.
tool.
Oh,
Thank you.
Aaron Hernandez,
oh God.
multi-convicted murder. What a tool bag.
Oh my God. You know, I have
Thank
one
you.
that's in my head and I'm ready to say something, and then this idiot just ruins it.
It's like Brady puts out a really weasel tweet. Tool. Aaron
Fucking
Hernandez,
tool.
double murder. Fucking
Tool.
tool.
Thank you. Now you're
The
seeing where I'm coming from.
The Guru Grammar's extensive vocabulary. We were really
Tool.
seeing it now. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, everyone's a tool. Everyone's a fucking tool. You got one of the back that stellar joint up there, Bill?
Yeah, Kurt Schilling.
Not bad. No murders, though. No murders.
Oh,
It's
he's
it
not
only
tool
go
bag.
downhill from here.
No murders. I mean, I think the biggest tool baggery that he did was swindle the state of Rhode Island at about $80 million. I mean, that was 86 million, I think the exact number was. I mean, that's to fund a video game studio that basically went bankrupt in a year. Now he's like a full-blown whack conspiracy nut job. Like, I don't care what your politics are, but man, you're going conspiracy guys. I can't fucking stand. They're all tools to me. Just get a fucking life. And this guy, he got fired from ESPN. He got fired from ESPN for posting what, Hitler in a bathroom or something. What's so funny?
You conspiracy theories, guys. Get a life.
Life. Hitler in a bathroom. I don't even know if it's true or false. It just sounds really funny.
That made me laugh. Sorry, Bill. That was good.
No, I could go on and on about him, but he's
Kurt Schilling is a good one. Yeah, no, absolutely. Because it was kind of post-career, even though he was a little bit toolish. He was a little bit of a blowhard as a player. But then, yeah, absolutely went off the fucking rails. He's a fraud. Again, another just
Fraud, yep.
flat out fraud. Like
one of the best pitchers of all time in the playoffs, so I'll give him that. But dude,
Yeah.
fraud as fraud gets.
It's a shame too. Like I forget who said it. I would give them credit if I remember, but like he would not have to buy a beer the rest of his life in Boston if he didn't turn into a whack job. The bloody sock game, any bar he walked into, he'd be drinking for free for the rest of his life. He would be revered in New England if he didn't turn into an absolute lunatic.
Where does that just come from? Remember, I thought the worst thing was what someone was like hitting on his daughter or whatever. So he found out like his IP address, where he worked, where he lived, all this other shit, and like plastered it all. I think he was like calling his boss like at his job because he was fucking saying something about his fucking daughter. I don't know. It was some weird story like that. He just fucking lost it. The true colors really came out when he retired.
Oh yeah.
You didn't see this, and then Twitter, obviously. Maybe you would have seen it more in his early playing careers, but he came up in the 90s.
That's true.
So you might have really seen it, but man, we would have thought he was a tool bag ever since day one. And then this shit happens with Twitter, and now he's like, holy shit, this is the person that he's always been.
How do you invite someone to your house and be like, hey, you want to come see my World War II Nazi fucking memorabilia? It's like, that's fucked up, man. That's when you know you got a little bit of screw loose in your head.
I have World War II Nazi memorabilia. Ray, I'll show it to you when you come down in November.
No, thank you.
My grandfather's brother got it from the war.
You serious?
Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't throw that stuff away. Like,
Hell no.
World War
I don't
II stuff.
display it like it's not
No.
on the walls. Like
That's what he did. He had it on his fucking walls.
it's
He
just
displayed that
it's in a
shit.
box.
Dude,
yeah.
if it's not, if it's
We had
something
swords
legit
and
from
shit,
World,
yeah.
if it's
Yeah,
legit
that's
World
different.
War II stuff, like that's I love. I mean, World War II is like I love learning about it, movies like it and shit. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah, we had
if
a,
it's
there's a knife,
actual
there's,
real
like, patches
shit,
and
yeah.
there's a gun holster and shit. Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's history. I'm not flaunting it as like, look at me. I
I wouldn't display it.
Yeah, that's what he
It'd
did, though.
be
He
sitting
displayed
in a
that
box.
shit.
Yeah, if my grandparents were found World War II, I mean, I'd keep it in a box. I wouldn't display it.
Didn't you draft dodge World War II, Bill? You went down to the
World War I.
How do you think
went to
how do you think
Canada.
his whole? That's why his shoulder hurts.
Oh yeah, I can't shoot, Coach.
Jebediah threw him down the stairs so he didn't have to go to the war.
You
Hey,
guys
listen, I
wanna-
couldn't get in the Navy because my knee hurt. You little bitch. Shut up.
That was directed at the bottom of Totem Pole of Dumb. I have never tried to get into any service because I'm a pussy. Do you guys want me to go basketball, football, or the other sports?
I want you to go somewhere old and out of left field, kind of.
Old
I got a
and
couple
out
old
of
guys on my list too.
no shit, Bill. Old and out of left field. Okay. I got two. I got so many. Let's knock out two. Bill Romanowski and Bill
I had him.
Lambier.
Yeah,
Ooh, Bill
Romanowski,
Laimbeer. Good one.
the steroids. Oh man, when he was with,
Romanowski,
the Raiders,
the
Denver.
big one was he was a spitter, like a perpetual spitter.
Like
which-
Bill's mom.
She swallows like a champ. Come on.
Oh, God damn it. The response was worse than the joke. Bill's mom and Bill Romanowski. Those are two
spitters.
that you wouldn't expect to make the same list, but there you go. And Bill's mom, for the record, is not a tool. Anybody who spits on somebody, I have zero respect.
Oh, dude, that's the most disrespectful thing you could do.
Zero.
And like, dude, who spit on this week? Right? Was
Yeah, Trey Young.
Trey got spit on. The most disrespect, especially going in the face. Dude, that you should be allowed to stab someone right in the fucking throat if they spit on your face.
I have never spit on anybody because I think it's the most disrespectful thing you could do. But I am waiting for the day where someone deserves for me to be spit on. Like, you gotta like I don't know, sexually assault my daughter and me beat the shit out of you, then I'll spit on your eye because you earned it. Other than that, like in a football game, you don't spit on somebody else. You're you watching a basketball game. Just ridiculous. You land right on the tool bag list, and then everything else that came along with Romanowski was there.
Steroid use.
Steroid use.
And then Bill Laimbeer was just a fucking hack, just a goon hack in the NBA. And obviously, if you're a Pistons fan, you probably love Bill Laimbeer. Everybody else hates Bill Laimbeer, and as a Celtics fan, you certainly hate Bill Laimbeer. Yeah, he was a goon. He was just a goon hack tool bag.
Didn't Bird punch him in the face, or was that Robert Parrish?
They all did.
They all went
Parrish
after
punched
Bill
him.
Laimbeer,
McHale
yeah.
punched him. Bird punched him.
Dude,
Danny Ainge, I'm pretty sure, punched him. I think everyone in the starting five of the Celtics in the 80s have hit Bill Laimbeer. And that could be said for pretty much every team across the NBA.
yeah,
Yep.
Bird was a fighter.
Yeah,
You know,
they all were.
you heard stories of him fucking. Did he break his hand one off season, punching some guy in the face in a bar in Indiana or some shit like that?
Left
like,
hand, because he
left
knew.
hand.
It was like
Bird,
Bill
man.
Durham. You never punch with your right hand, mate. You always punch with the left, not your pitching hand, not your throwing hand. Yeah, they were nasty, man. It was the 80s in the NBA. It's the
Those
best
fouls
era
were
of the NBA.
hard. Oh,
Dude,
fuck
I
yeah.
love it where it's like, all right, flagrant, and then all right, here we go. Not fucking 40 games. Like Carmelo, remember who did he punch in the back of the head and sprinted the other way up the court like a little bitch?
Oh,
The early 2000s fights. That was probably the bottom of the barrel for NBA basketball. The
Not-
Allen
not
Iverson
the malice
era,
in the
as I call
palace.
it.
Oh, I watched that fucking live.
Hey.
Okay, Bill, go ahead, Ray. We're
Go ahead, Ray.
I don't know
I'll
if
throw it. I'll throw out two since you threw out two. Isaiah Thomas, not the Celtics Isaiah Thomas, but the Detroit Pistons Isaiah Thomas. For Michael Jordan to absolutely hate you and despise you and get you off Team USA, you have to be a total tool bag in order for that to happen. And then what he did with the Knicks, and just blew that up when he became in the front office and allegedly sexually assaulted some women there.
Yep.
Tool bag. And I'll give you another one. Meta World Peace, aka Ron Artest. Like Bill said, the melee in the palace, and changing your name to Meta World Peace. I mean, if that doesn't make you a douchebag enough, I don't know what does.
Yeah. Isaiah wasn't on my list, but I could see it. Meta World Peace. The Malice in the Palace. He was just a brain dead fucking lunatic tool.
So good at basketball in those early years too. That derailed that fucking pit.
I would love to see something like that made him just flip that switch to make him crazy, because he was great when he was younger with the Pacers, and then ever since that year, I think he became like a total lunatic.
Well, Steven Jackson too. If you want.
Oh yeah, Steven Jackson. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He left San Antonio, went to Indiana, and then that shit happened like a year later.
Maybe it's because you have nothing to do.
He went flying into the stands, throwing punches. Jermaine O'Neal, dude. Oh man, I watched that fucking live. I remember that. It's a late night ESPN game. I think it was a Friday, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just catch this, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is fucking. Awesome.
I went to Aruba the next day, and that's all that was. I watched the game, and that's all you saw the next day when you were at the airport. It was just that fucking fight. It was the biggest thing in sports that we saw, I think.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
That was absolutely huge. Yeah, David Stern was like beside himself. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to
Well,
do.
they all started getting arrested. Like I remember
they all got 1 year suspensions, right? Steven Jackson.
Yeah. No, Steven Jackson got less, I think, but
25 or 40 games.
Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal, I think Meta World Peace and Steven Jackson got a lot, and then O'Neal got like 30 games, I think.
Yeah.
Artest got
Steven
the rest.
Jackson is one guy that I would never fuck with.
No,
Like,
he's certifiable crazy.
Neither is Meta World Peace. Those two as a tag team would fucking kill anyone.
Remember
well, Ron Artest, no, Meta World Peace is a different guy. He's
yeah.
He's Meta World Peace, dude. He's peaceful.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good tool bag list. Yeah, those guys deserve it. Ray, Bill, you got one?
Yeah, I gotta go to say baseball. Albert Bell is a big one. He's been a tool, especially in those early '90 Indians teams, and then going back to Baltimore. I think did he punch a kid or some shit? Like he
punch a baby.
He punched. I forget who he was, but around second base, he just laid out a guy. He was dirty slider. He's always been just a tool bag. And then I want to go on close to home in the Red Sox again. Carl Everett. Guy didn't believe in dinosaurs. Guy didn't believe man walked on the moon because his stupid ass didn't see
Conspiracy theorist.
I didn't see it happen.
That guy.
He didn't see it happen. And dude, remember when he used to bat? He was
get a life.
His fucking his eyes used to pop out of his head. I swear to God, I always thought he was such a tool bag. I just hated him so.
He was the worst. I'll go off list here. I didn't have this one. And,
yeah, you had took my Romanowski one. He was my next one.
Sorry. Same. I think it was the same team or a little bit after Boston Red Sox. Johnny Gomes. Tool.
Oh, he's such a fake tool. He used to set up interviews like, "Hey, ask me this question."
Yeah.
Ask me this.
What
question. Such a tool.
Classic tool. I don't know. Let me just give you some fucking names because I don't know what for running late. What time do we start this, Pam, Aaron, Ray?
We got like, yeah, we're
maybe
10 more minutes, probably. Yeah, sure.
Whatever. Let me go a little bit more recent here, and I'll go two different sports for you. Currently playing in the NBA, the BBB himself, Kevin Durant's a tool. Kevin Durant's a Twitter tool. He's actually admitted to being a Twitter tool. It's just he's so goddamn good that you sometimes forget about.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
A guy who thinks he's good and everyone tells you that he's good, but is not and is a tool. Baseball, Bryce Harper.
Fuck you.
Oh, I hate Bryce Harper.
I love Bryce Harper.
Tool. Blowhard tool.
I'll throw some out. Old school football. Brian Bosworth was a giant fucking tool. He was supposed to be the second coming of the linebackers, and he could not play. I think he was
Did he get drafted to Seattle?
Yeah, and then who was that? The famous Bo Jackson ran over him at the 1 yard line, and he just basically flamed out of the league.
Oh,
and then Ryan Leaf.
Ooh, good one.
Giant fucking tool. That's what I was trying to think of instead of Latrell Sprewell, but I just coming off such Ray's. I can't follow Ray's stupid comments.
Oh god,
just throws my whole fucking brain off.
You know what, Bill? I'm sorry. You got another one, Bill? Give me one more.
Ray Bork. No.
You.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on.
No, probably Terrell Suggs. I think another guy. Same thing with Ray Lewis. Again, a wife beater. I believe he dragged his pregnant wife, behind his out of her passenger door.
Did he throw her on a bed of assault?
No, that was Greg Hardy.
Hardy.
Sorry. He poured bleach on his pregnant wife, and then he choked her, and he just.
He's crossing into the Aaron Hernandez, not a tool bag.
But I just still think he's a tool bag.
He's a shithead. There's a fine line between tool bag and shithead.
I'll give you three since you guys just did three.
Go ahead.
Barry Bonds, tool bag.
Okay.
Home run, he could have been the greatest of all time, but yet he did steroids and was a total douche to the media. So
he was a douche to the media. I think that's the only thing that puts him in the tool bag category.
Yeah.
Just because you do steroids, I don't think you're a tool.
No, but the way he treated the media and how he was better off and blah, blah, blah. O.J. Simpson? Can we put O.J. Simpson on there?
No, he's a murderer.
Well, the way he got acquitted and then fucking went back and tried to steal his virtue.
He was beloved by America before that. Like, people actually loved
I won't put him on the list.
Dude,
Tom Wilson?
No, he's on a tool. He's a no.
Here, here's two good ones. Roger Clemens.
Oh, Roger Clemens, yep.
And Wade Boggs and that fucking horse he rode in on. Fucking tool.
I was going to put Aaron Rodgers on there. I think he's becoming a very big tool bag.
He's becoming a little bit of a tool. How about Rex Ryan?
No.
Yes.
Rex Ryan as the Jets coach, the blowhard Jets coach. That
fine. Rex Ryan.
He's sucking on Brady, his wife's titty,
on his
pinky
feet.
toe.
He's got a fucking foot fetish. Travis Kelce.
People with foot fetishes.
Richie Incognito was
need to be put into a fucking insane asylum.
All right, now we're just going. Here's a soccer one for you. Hope Solo beats the shit out of her family.
Yeah, but did you see that fappening of hers? You're welcome.
Yes, I did. Not that good.
Doesn't matter. Pussy galore on that one.
It was disgusting.
Let me go outside a little bit. What about Ryan Lochte, the swimmer?
Oh, yeah, Ryan Lochte.
Oh, that Brazilian thing where he got held up.
Guy's like a walking tool shop.
Yeah. Was he buying drugs or something? He got held up in the gas station?
Yeah, like smashed a sign or something. And then
it was a sign. Never
mind. And then the Brazilian government took their passports away for
You ain't going nowhere.
He lost like millions of dollars in sponsorships.
He never swam again, I don't think.
No, he was also just kind of dumb. Like, I just think he didn't have a whole.
I don't know. I think he is in the Olympics this year.
It's the Winter Olympics, ain't it?
No, they canceled last year, so they moved it to this year.
No.
Draymond Green.
No.
He's
just dumb.
I think he's kind of a tool.
He's been riding Steph's coattails, spouting his mouth off for years.
Yeah.
He got a max deal based on Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
But that first championship they won, dude, those three were so fucking good in it.
So good.
What about T.O.?
I had T.O. on the list.
Okay.
He needs to land on a tool bag.
Okay, I'll throw him up there.
It's my quarterback.
He cried twice. He cried in San Francisco when he caught that ball. He cried over Tony Romo, the popcorn, doing crunches in his fucking driveway.
Trying to make hurt for Philly.
45.
That's what we should do. Interview Bill in his driveway doing sit-ups one day.
Don't forget, didn't he force he canceled the trade to Baltimore, right? Or something.
Yeah,
there was something weird thing where
essential wide receiver diva.
Then he ended up at he forced his way to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the first diva wide receivers.
That's it. Oh, A-Rod playing.
A-Rod,
he's redeemed himself after his career, but as a player,
he's fucking up with J-Lo though. Fucking
who cares, dude? Everybody's fucking up with her. She's crazy. Think about it. She's been she's nuts. There's a reason. It's never the guys. It's always her. There's a pattern there.
Jose Canseco.
Yeah, he was there. I had him up there. I forgot. Yeah.
Didn't he get knocked out by a Barstool guy?
He took a dive.
They threw the fight.
So that makes him a douchebag for throwing a fight.
He threw the fight, took the payday and left.
Yeah.
A prick.
Toolbag prick. I think we've exhausted my list. I don't think. Oh, does Pac-Man Jones belong in the Aaron Hernandez category or in the toolbag category?
Aaron Hernandez, like that.
Just stop getting arrested. Stop.
He's crazy.
The liar line. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
He's nuts.
All right. So let's go through the list then and then cross out.
That's a long fucking list, Ray. I don't know. Are we going to be able to rank these? This is going to be tough.
So who on my list should we cross out? Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So no, Aaron Hernandez, yep. How about Isaiah Thomas?
No, cross him out. And he doesn't make the list.
Ron Artest?
He makes the list.
He's there.
Barry Bonds?
No.
Roger Clemens?
Sure.
Rex Ryan.
Ray got Roger Clemens on his list.
Yeah.
And you took my Rex Ryan?
You have Rich at you.
You fuck. So you got one off your quote unquote alleged list. All right, yeah.
So
Rex
for yours
Ryan on there, I think he's a blowhard.
So for yours, Kyrie Irving, keep it on there, obviously. Duke basketball players,
put him at the top.
John Rocker, Bill Romanowski, Bill Lambier. I think all of yours should be there. Yeah.
Thank you, Raymond.
You're welcome. And same with Bill's. All those guys are worthy enough to be on the list. All right, so let's begin. Who should be number one?
Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Insufferable.
Number two. Who's the second biggest one?
Honestly, Kurt Schilling's been.
I think Kurt Schilling should be as well.
Okay.
Just the way how cunty he's been since he's retired.
I agree.
It's bad.
Total tool. Yeah. It's like if John Rocker was as good as Kurt Schilling, that's what you'd kind of see. But because Kurt Schilling has had a better career, it's like
Kurt Schilling was and Kurt Schilling was smarter too because he didn't say it publicly. But again, once the Twitter and social media came, that's where it really was. Ugh.
For number 3 and 4, I'm going with either Bill Romanowski or John Rocker. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Oh, God.
Those are close. They're both kind of just shithead tool bags.
Yeah, that's why.
I think Romanowski had kind of a longer career.
Romanowski was borderline Hall of Famer. If not, no, he is a Hall of Fame player.
Rocker took the world by storm, though, with that interview.
Yeah, he lost everything at that point. That was,
I don't know, 3A, 3B, whatever it is.
Okay. 5, I'd go Duke basketball players because they just like mold the biggest tool bags of all time.
Duke basketball pretty much should just be called the Duke tool bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke basketball. All right. So we need 6. Here we go.
T.O.'s got to be up there. Ron Artest probably should be up there.
Ray Lewis should be up there.
Lewis should be up there. Yeah.
Ray Lewis should be up here.
Kevin Durant should be up there. I think one of those 4 should be at number 6.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis is a pretty good one.
Because I think he's the biggest fraud out of he's one of the biggest frauds on our whole list besides Kyrie Irving, truthfully. Yeah. I think these guys are legitimately tool bags, but he fakes it so fucking much, Ray Lewis does. Yeah. And he's getting jobs in the media. I think he might even be higher.
I don't know. Those guys in front of him are pretty fucking douchey. Oh.
Is it worse to be a fraud tool bag or a douche tool bag? Like
fraud,
Kurt Schilling,
fraud tool bag, way worse.
Then Ray Lewis has to be above Kurt Schilling and John Rocker because those guys are actually certifiably fucking crazy and tool bags about it.
No, but those are guys are crazy tool bags.
He's just a fucking ass, obviously.
I think a fraud's worse because you're faking it, but you're such a tool. Like Kurt Schilling was a fraud as a player. I think he was a fraud. And
I think those two guys had a better resume of being fraud, crazy douchebags rather. Sorry.
Who's that 2?
Kurt Schilling.
Okay. Go Kyrie.
He bankrupt the whole fucking state.
Go Kyrie, Schilling, Ray Lewis,
Rocker,
Duke,
Romanowski.
Oh, yeah, Romanowski. Duke.
I got you. Keep going. So we need number 7 now.
Would you put Meta World Peace above Kevin Durant's Twitter bullshit?
Yes.
Or T.O.? Ooh, T.O.
T.O. at 7.
T.O. Meta World Peace.
Clemens.
He's a fucking tool.
Meta.
Clemens gotta be there.
Though. For me, like Clemens is it's different between him.
Yeah, but so is it Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's good too.
Dude, when he came back to the Yankees, remember, and he was standing in George Steinbrenner's box, the famous Susan Waldman clip, and like,
yeah, Wade Boggs should be up there too for the same time.
That's so douchebaggy.
Kevin Durant falls on this list compared to those guys.
I put him at 10. I put KD at 10.
He belongs. Oh yeah, he belongs on the list because of the way he handles Twitter and his soft-skinned and going to Golden State after leaving Oklahoma. Yeah, he needs to be on the list.
Agreed.
But yeah, like Clemens and Boggs, the way they handled their fucking Yankee stints. Ooh.
Well, yeah, especially like the biggest thing, because we didn't really expand on it, but dude, you didn't get the offer you wanted from fucking Dan Duquette, and you got fat as fuck in 96 and left. You won back-to-back Cy Youngs with like Toronto, or 2 out of 3 in Toronto, World Series in New York. You've retired. You kept retiring and coming back mid-season. Remember, he would sit out and come back May, come out June. Then he fucking left the Yankees, went to the same shit with the Houston. That's why I loved when fucking.
Then he just pitched home games, didn't he? For Houston, he got the contract, just pitching home.
Yeah,
games.
It was just so douchey. Crazy. And then the steroid shit that came out, where his trainer was like keeping all his dirty syringes and just I don't know. I just thought he was just douchey. And then
Yeah.
Wade Boggs, just for the Yankees. And then he made sure in his Rays contract or whatever, the Rays, he would go in as a Ray, Tampa Bay Ray, to the Hall of Fame. And he played like 2 years for his hometown team. He's just so fucking douchey.
He wanted to be the first Devil Ray introduced into the Hall of Fame. And he is. So fucking good for him. But yeah.
So why would you just put Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs at 9 together?
Great. Sounds
Great.
good.
And the fucking horse.
Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, and the fucking horse he rode in on. We didn't mention it, but the way that you talked about Clemens made me think about Brett Favre and the way he handled the end of his career.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about him too, because then he forced his way out of Green Bay, went to the Jets, and then retired, and then they released him, and then he went to Minnesota.
He wanted to go to Minnesota the whole time. Green Bay wouldn't let him, so they sent him to the Jets. I watched him live beat the Patriots and Matt Castle in overtime. And
that was a heartbreaker. Randy Moss had the sickest catch at the goal line. Yep. That going out of bounds, and toe tapped it to tie that game in overtime.
In Gillette, pouring freezing rain.
It was a Thursday night
car.
Too.
I was so drunk. I lost my car. I didn't find my car until 4:00 in the morning. I worked the next day at 6.
Cool.
It was
Those
the
the
best,
days.
worst. No, it was the worst sporting experience of my life. Do we have any? Is that it? Is that the list?
That's the list, baby.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
At number 1, we have Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Number 2, Kurt Schilling.
Yep.
Number 3, Ray Lewis.
Great.
Number 4, John Rocker.
Wild card.
Number 5, Duke basketball.
Nailed it.
Number 6, Bill Romanowski.
Prick.
Number 7, Terrell Owens.
Maybe.
Number 8, Ron Artest / Meta World Peace.
Psycho.
Number 9, Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, and the horse he rode in on.
Fucking horse.
The fucking horse he rode in on.
The fucking horse he rode in on. And number 10, Kevin Durant.
Baby back pitch.
That's a great list, I think, boys.
Great list. Put that out on the social channels.
Yep.
Okay, this has been the.
Hey, Rich, we had some good lists. Ray.
Fuck you, Bill.
We got a lot of names on that list, huh?
Well done, Bill.
I get the Sunday socials. As soon as I get the email, it's just like, ugh. I turtle up. It's just I come out with bad ones.
Hey, you know who's similar to Kyrie Irving? Tom Brady. Fuck you, Ray.
Bill liked it until you went against it.
No, I didn't. I never liked it.
Obvious one. This is where that nickname came from. Shit, what was the pick he made?
The most hated Boston, wasn't it? Yeah, because it was like we had Rex Ryan and the most hated teams. It was the most hated teams because he put the 2021 Tampa Bay Bucks on there.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh yeah.
That's what it
most
was.
hated teams.
That's what it was.
Most hated teams. Well, I'm going to start with
I'm going to get the obvious one out of the way.
2021 Bucks.
That's where it all began.
What are you talking about? Okay.
Check that out in season 1.
Season 1, yeah. Welcome to season 2. Bigger and better. But the obvious one stays the same. Welcome to this has been the Simple Mind Sports Show, Sunday Social Hour, the biggest tool bags in sports history, brought to you by Back to Basics CBD. Get your free sample at back2basicsllc.com. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He even snuck a couple off our lists for his list.
Yep.
That's why I have the ledger, baby. When we look back in time, I came up with that.
The crayon ledger does not lie.
No. Sure does not.
Unbelievable.
Jesus.
Well
Tom
done.
Brady.